posted in a while. I know. There's no excuse, honestly. As you can see, my hair's grown a lot. It looked kind of shitty because I woke up like this. So, but I decided to come back and try and do it way more better this time. 110% more better. Those last videos weren't the best I could do, even though at that moment in time I was doing the best that I could. I am dedicated to this, and as long as I keep trying, I know it will get better. I guess I wanted to talk about a little bit of what I've been going through, because my channel is for mental health. It's to advocate for mental health. It's to spread the view on how everyone looks at it. The more we focus how our mental health affects us and our well-being and what we do on our day-to-day lives, the more we'll be able to understand it and get over our problems. You know, like, no problem is too big to get over. I know you might be thinking like, oh, she hasn't gone through X, Y, and Z. But let me tell you what, I've been through, just like most of you, I'm sure you've gone through way too much shit that any person has ever gone through, and you feel like you're never gonna get over it. But I'm here telling you that you can, and you will. The more I explain over time about like what I've been through and how I've gotten over it, I think you guys will understand. You'll start feeling more hopeful, and talk a little bit about one specific area I've mostly been talking about on my channel, which is my family and how it's affected me. I still live in my parents' house, so you can all have your opinion on it. Where it all started. If you guys hear my dog, it's because he's right over there and he likes to whine when he wants attention. When I was a kid, you know, I think I said this before, that they put me on medicine like really early. They were diagnosing me with ADHD, but to be honest, I've been showing signs of autism like for a while, and I've always thought that I had it, but you know, like, it's incredibly hard to get diagnosed with it. In the situation that I was raised in, at least, like someone that has autism, it would be 10 times worse. I'm not invalidating any of your experiences, because I'm sure multiple of your experiences were horrible. But I'm saying, like, someone with autism that is way more, like, sensitive in certain areas, I would say, it probably would cause more trauma. You say something to someone, and you don't realize the effect that it has on them. Everyone's different, right? In this house, it's just really hard to focus on what I need to do. I should be doing what I want to do and what I feel like is right, and this is what feels right to me, and this is why I want to keep doing it. I feel like the more and more I keep working on it and keep trying, the better I'll get. This is what I've always thought of as a kid, and I was always too scared to even admit it, that I wanted to do it or anything like that, because like I was scared of judgment. When I was a kid, it just didn't seem like they were really open to the idea of someone doing this. It's like hard for them to even fathom that it would work out for anyone like them. I mean, that's not really the reason why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I want to personally. I feel like deep down that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and along the way I may be opening some doors for them, and that's great, but it's mainly for me and my goals. And my dreams are really for the world. It's wanting the world to be more understanding of mental health and what it can do to you and the effects on your body that it has. You know how they always say, like, stress kills? Well, when I was younger, like 14, I got my blood drawn. My period had stopped for like a year, and my body was having serious cramps. Like cramps to where I couldn't even walk. It hurt so bad I couldn't even stand up. I had to sit. I had like cancer cells in my blood, and I had a tumor on my pituitary gland. It's the part that's like right here. It controls all your hormones and what your hormones do to your body and all of that. Depending on what body type you have, the pituitary gland will send out certain hormones. My body was not giving out any hormones at all, and in fact the doctor said that my body was basically going through menopause at like 14 years old. And the cramps that I was having were basically, they said, like, were like contractions. I totally lost my place of train of thought, and I'm like, ADHD is taking over. I haven't even taken my meds today yet, so my brain's a little all over the place. With all of that, they said that I would either have to get surgery or take a pill for the rest of my life. And they said since the tumor wasn't deathly big, they decided to give me a pill. And so I take a pill, like, still to this day, once a week. I saw the neurosurgeon. He said that the tumor was stress-induced, that my body was having to go through. And that's like at 14. My parents were not very understanding of it. If anything, they were still treating me like any other normal person that wouldn't have a tumor in their brain. I could understand that they didn't want to really believe it, or it was hard for them to understand that I had a tumor in my brain, because it was hard for me to understand. I was 14 years old. They were adults, and they were supposed to be handling it like adults. But I had to pull up my big girl pants and handle it by myself. At the time, when I found out, I really started to give up on everything. And that's where my mental health started to really decline. I just felt like everything was falling apart. I didn't have any good tools to use. I didn't have tools at all. Actually, growing up, mental health wasn't something that we really talked about at all. We weren't really affectionate towards each other, any of us in the family. Throughout all the time that I had those therapists, none of them really helped. I had to help myself grow as a person, mentally, physically, emotionally. I did all of this for myself. My family may have given me a place to live in, a place to call home, but I'm here to say that depending on your mental health, that's where you are in life. That's where you limit yourself. You limit yourself to these small things, or very big things based on how you grew up. It's important to have always like an outside view, reliable outside view, and then you can put it into your own life. But the more you focus on it, the more tunnel visioned you're going to be into your own life. So it's always important to take a step back. You have this entire earth and we're all sectioned off. It's wrong. First off, entire earth, we're in the middle of space, and you're telling me that we are only allowed to go in these certain places with a certain amount of money, certain visas, passports. It's ridiculous. As time goes on, I hope to focus more on not just my mental health, but others as well. I hope that I can help the world expand its view on mental health. Everyone views it. Stress kills. It almost killed me, and it could also almost kill you. Have a great day. Love you all, and see you later.